Good morning, everyone. Today we're going to be harvesting some batteries coming off of old laptop batteries. This is a project I would like to make a reality. I'm gonna make a battery, a big battery, either for my electric bicycle or for home. Stay tuned. But what I'm going to do is that after you take them apart, you can remove all the plastic casings, bits of electronics. Most of that we're not going to use. And this is what we have: batteries that we can salvage. Now you can connect them like that. I'm interfacing with them with the neodymium magnets from hard drives, basically things that look like this. Some magnets, just because they attach nicely to the ends. Then you can use some alligator clips to connect them to a power supply. And in this particular power supply, what I am applying is a constant current of about 500 milliamps, 503, 504. And as you can see on the left, the voltage of this particular battery that I have connected down there, it's increasing. One of these batteries is considered to be fully charged once it reaches 4.2 volts. So as you can see, the voltage on the left, it's increasing, and as we approach that value of 4.2, the current on the right hand side is going to decrease. Now I don't really want to sustain half an amp. This battery can definitely take it, but I would like to charge a little bit slower. And to that end, as soon as this voltage, I'm reviving it right now because I'll show you the voltage that it has, these other ones. And as soon as it has a healthy voltage of about 0.6 volts or so, I will be connecting it onto another device. But just to prove to you that these batteries have kind of like a semi-dead voltage, let me just show you what's going on. This is my multimeter, and if I connect, it's a bit difficult doing it one-handed while filming, but if I connect that voltage, I'm gonna measure it, you'll be able to see the reading over here. So let's connect the battery. This is the positive end, that's the negative end. So if I connect it like that, we'll be able to see that these batteries are almost depleted, even beyond what is recommended, so 0.3 volts, right? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna revive this battery. I'll show you how. If I take my battery and then I can bring it over here, I've got another power supply that I got ready to go over here. So on this on this power supply, what I'll do is I'll change the output voltage to what is recommended as fully charged for this type of battery. So 4.2 volts, that's what I'm going to choose. And I'd like to charge at a frisky pace, half an amp, 500 milliamps. So I commit to those values, and then next up is the following. I will be, from the leads of this power supply, I'm going to be taking the negative, that's this cable, negative, and I'm going to attach on an alligator clip. Has a magnet here, and then you want to take the battery in question and we connect it like that. It's nicely stuck. Next, we take the positive lead, that one, and we repeat. We're going to be using a secondary magnet. There we go. And now we're going to connect it just like that, so it snaps. Alright, so next is that I'm going to switch this off. We're not using it at the moment. That's the battery that we're going to be charging, and this is the voltage that we are applying. At the moment my output is off, but check out what happens as soon as I put it on. 3, 2, 1. There we go. I'm immediately applying the 500 milliamps, and if I measure the voltage, it was 0.3 as we know, but it immediately bumped up. 2.3, 2.35, 2.36, and so on, 2.4. It's climbing up, it's climbing up. Now, this particular fancy power supply at the moment is supplying 500 milliamps and is not surpassing that amount. It's a programmable one. But if you have an older style, such as this one, this is doing the same operation. What you can do is just manually limit this. Check that reading. I'm going to bring it a little bit below. It's a bit finicky. A little bit below the 500. 500, there we go. 501. And this one is increasing at a steady pace. Now, as these batteries reach 3.6 volts and up, it's going to be very slow, the rate of change of this number. That's because they are rated to work at 3.7 volts. 3.6 they're considered depleted, and they hold that charge 3.7 almost all the way until they increase to 4.2. So let's come back to this battery, the one that you saw me connecting on the process, and it's consuming 500 milliamps because it's limited. And now let's measure the voltage. It's getting quite up there, increasing fast at the beginning, and then it will be as slow as this. This just changed from 3.39 to 3.4. It's climbing up, climbing up. As you can see, that is increasing slower than this. Just basically because I just began the process with this second battery, right? Now, what I'm doing is that as soon as I reach a value of 3.6 or 3.7, depending on whether or not I remember to disconnect them while I'm reading or doing something else. As soon as, oh, there we go, like 3.42. This one's increasing. It's going fine. Now, what we're going to do is I'm going to use this other device. This is a recommended, well-known battery charger. We're dealing with 18650s lithium-ion cells. They are fairly standard. Now these, I have done the same operation, and as you can see, this device is designed to charge them a different currents. I can choose 300, 500, 1 amp, something like that, of currents. This are healthy batteries that I am charging, and then these instruments like this allow you to discharge them completely to a safe level and then charge them all the way up while the device monitors the amount of charge that is going into the batteries themselves. And charge is measured in something called coulombs, or in another well-known unit, which is the composite of two. It's called the amp hour. And particularly for this type of batteries, this type of cells, is represented or advertised as milliamp hours. And this device has one of the modes that you can choose. I'm not doing it at the moment, but one of the modes is that you can tell it to discharge the battery to a safe level, then charge it all the way up and monitor how much charge it goes. And it will tell you, oh, the battery capacity of this battery, it will be, let's say, 1300 milliamp hours. And that's a number that you want to remember, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to after I do this process plus this process and the discharge and charge again, I'm going to let them sit somewhere over here, and I will be writing down that number in milliamp hours, such as this battery. This one I've already undergone the process, and this one so happens to have 1226 milliamps. So I will be grouping them by health, and this is the number that represents the health, because it would tell you how much battery capacity you still have. They are rated for, let's say, anywhere between 1.5 and 2 amp hours, or 1500 to 2000 milliamp hours. So this one, as you can see, it's kind of like halfway there, but it's still healthy enough and good enough that when paired with other batteries of similar health, they can still be used for a multitude of purposes, a lot of purposes. Particularly, I want to use them at home for sensors, for powering lights at home that are paired with a solar panel, or if you have enough of a similar health, you can create a powerful battery pack that will be connected to an inverter and give you electricity for household appliances that you can connect. It's a similar way to how you connect a microwave or a fridge, etc. So anyway, after I'm gonna do this, after I've done this with all these different batteries that I have over here, I will be assessing them, grouping them, and then I'm gonna create myself some batteries. Wish me luck.